Hey guys, Trader Garage here. As you remember, if you were watching the last video, we made those motor mounts. Well, I got a few more things put on, like the exhaust, the headers going forward. I mean, all the wiring's halfway hooked up. I sent my computer in to get VATs taken off it so it'd be easier to get this thing running. Got some other shit to do. So for now, I'm gonna run this 10 bolt and put these slicks on it that I had laying down. And if it doesn't clear, I'm just gonna cut these off. Since last year, this rust has just gotten so bad over here where it's almost, I might just cut it off anyway. Fuck it. I already chopped the whole front end apart. But yeah, that's what I'm working on. I'm gonna put it up on the lift and get like torque converter bolts in and stuff because I haven't done that yet, and do a few things tonight, I hope. I got a radiator I found I want to mount in here and get the seat mounted and stuff. I'm not doing a roll cage right away or any of that. I'm going to tear all the dash out and build just an aluminum flat piece. Give me a little more room in there, and I'm not going to run any of these gauges. I'm going to run aftermarket stuff just cause I feel like it. But yeah. It was getting pretty late, so I called it a quits because I came down here to put the torque converter bolts in, but I realized this part of my torque converter wasn't really fitting in here right. It only went in this first little lip, so I might have to sand this down smooth and grind some out of that. I think I might just unbolt these and set that up against the tranny until it fits, and then put it back together. Hopefully the pump back there hasn't broke. So another thing I noticed last night was my fucking axle seals leaky. So I'm gonna have to go run to the store and get some axle seals, pull it all apart, and put new axle seals in it, because all this grease on this brake last time I was racing was making it where I couldn't get enough RPM out of my engine to launch. Otherwise I would have had a better launch. But I'm probably gonna pull that off, run into town and get some parts, and then see you then. So I got the Camaro off the lift and just gonna add some oil and tighten up a few bolts. I got my spark plug wires on. They're kind of messed up on there. I got zip ties on, but the way they were running was they're hitting the exhaust and I don't want them to melt off, so I did it that way. Got all my wiring all set up. you know, ignition wire. All I got to do is figure out which wire is for the starter. You know, cut it off the loom. I think it's this purple one. Run that to the battery to start it, and then this needs to be powered to give, you know, all the spark plugs power and stuff, power up the coils and the whole engine. So yeah, I just tighten up a few things, bolt a few things on, and should be ready to go. Maybe plug in a crank sensor. That'd probably help. But yeah, so in a little bit, should be firing her off. Should sound meaner than shit, hopefully. So we're gonna be starting this sucker up within 15-20 minutes. I got the wiring all set. So I don't know if anyone knows this, but this it's different on others, but on this particular wiring harness, this purple wire is for the starter, so you can just run that straight to a positive. And then this A9 on your white I guess fuse block in your fuse block, that A9 is your ignition. You just have to have power on this terminal and this terminal. You hook all that up and you get spark. It's really that simple. And this is all the stock wiring harness. All you have to do is delete VATs in your computer, and I don't know, I just tested it right now to make sure I had it all right, and I have spark. And now I have my fuel lines running over here to a fuel pump that I hope is enough, and then I'm just going to run a 5-gallon pail here for now. It's a little nigger rig, but I guess it'll work for now. I just want to hear it run. So, see you then. So after getting gas sprayed in my eye, because that fucking line popped off, we got it to run and starts up and sits there and idles and runs decent. I was going to do a few things like, you know, make sure this wire's not grounding out, and maybe run a bungee cord or something around the battery so it doesn't fall off. But we'll be starting it up here in a minute again, and, you know, trying her out a little bit longer. See if we can break it in a little more. This first time ever starting it up, so we'll hopefully get a view of that.